is of liquid natural gas and the demand that's outsharing the sheer amount that we produce. Per Bloomberg reports, global demand will hit 436 million tons in 2022, with only a mere 410 million available. New supply projects are coming on board, but they have to be wait till 2024. And with the future of electrical grid being very frail, we could see a lot of issues coming this fall and especially this winter, especially for our neighbors and allies in Europe. Most people don't understand or realize that most of our electricity comes from natural gas. Currently, there is 1,793 natural gas powered electric plants in the United States, followed by coal, nuclear, and renewables. With natural gas, it is one of the most cleaning power sources, but also it is currently right now being under threat, simply from supply side, also from what we've seen recently down in Texas at the Freeport Plant, possible other issues with refinement. The U.S. Energy Information Administration forecasts that the price of LNG increase, especially during the winter months, as more and more of this liquid natural gas will be needed, not only at home, but in Europe. Europe has just slowly turned off the knob to Russia, who used to produce almost 40 to 45% of all liquid natural gas for Europe came from Russia. Now, with contracts and whatnot, we have been shipping liquid natural gas to multiple ports and trying to supply our allies as much as we can as we fight this liquid natural gas refinery. Led to a full total shutdown of the plant. That will lower the natural or normal exports by 17%. That's a lot if you think about it. 17%, near 20% of our exports of liquid natural gas. Now, everybody's like, who cares? It's exports. You know, what are we gonna get here? That means we get to keep it here. The big problem is we have a world market. And especially with right now, we're squeezing Russia's oil and crude down to bare none. The price of liquid natural gas is going up, up, and up. People see profit, and rightfully so. They see buyers overseas are much more willing to pay top dollar for this natural gas. Currently, they suspect at least 3 months before they'll even get the plant up to partial operation, and even longer. So knowing estimates and how people like to go on the rosier side, I expect it probably at least 6 months until full operation. There's also still investigation in whether this was natural or accidental cause or done by some other possible unknown influence or action by somebody else. The big part of this video and the big thing I want to get across is that we need to really take a deep look into what we are using ourselves at home when it means by electricity and natural gas. Look at our prices, check our companies that we use, and see where we're going. Come winter, it's going to be one of the worst times that we've seen in many decades for the prices of electricity, natural gas, and other forms of combustibles. We need to start figuring out ways to save, ways to budget, and ways to also produce our own power, whether it be through solar, wind, and other means. Please look at your companies and see if there's other things like level pay or different programs that allow you to pay the average throughout and does not get you caught like many people down in Texas did last year with ridiculous price tags for several days of just natural gas. Natural gas is traded, so sadly the electrical companies have to somewhat pass on whatever they paid for their input to the consumer. And especially when it's small companies and local companies, if there's a dramatic change in price, the end consumer gets the bill. Let me break it down to you. Currently, our electrical supply is natural gas is 38%. We also get electricity from coal, which is 22%, nuclear 19%, and renewables 20%. Problem with the renewables is sadly they only usually produce the most during a specific time during the day and depending on where you are located in the world. So as much as I do like renewables, they currently are not the most stable or necessarily constant state of electricity. By 2024, demand is forecasted to be up 7% from 2019 pre-COVID levels. That's a lot. Especially during pre-COVID, we were already increasing our amount of liquid natural gas consumption. Now we're going to be adding on 7%, especially when we just cut off Russia, which produced over 45% of Europe's liquid natural gas that was piped straight into them at low costs. Now they're going to have to switch to a called liquid natural gas, which is shipped by exporters, whether it be Iran or us, in liquid form, not gas form, and brought over and then switched back into a gaseous form to be used by people, industries, etc. Again, this is Prepare Now, and I appreciate your time. Please leave your comments below on what other videos you would like to be seen. I will continue with news and other articles following. Also, I'll start a series for beginners. I know there's many out there, but I'm gonna go at an angle of more like talking to my parents, which, as you know, talking to your parents about anything different than what they usually know can be a struggle. Till later, stay safe.